you know. So I told you about this couple, you know, this boy and girl in our own fellowship. You know, they were in love for 5 years and they got married, and none of us knew it. You know, because we never saw them physical, we never saw them, you know, nudging, we never saw them any signs of, you know, relationship between them. They kept it so decent, they kept it so godly, they kept it so God-centered. When I was talking to that guy, you know, his name is Sam, you know, I was talking to him, he said, Samson, at any point of time, we agreed that both of us should feel that this is not from God. We were willing and we were ready to separate. What a beautiful, what a maturity that is, what an understanding that is. You know, and God loved it, and God didn't break it, you know. They had problems with parents, of course, because they came from two different cultures, and, you know, but then God was with them. You know, they tried convincing their parents, and then finally the parents got convinced and they got married.
They had their priorities.
Yeah, they had their priorities right, and, you know, they also considered their parents, you know, they didn't go against them, but they took a strong stand when they knew that they were God's people for each other. They took a strong stand that they are not going to marry anyone else. Till the parents, you know, fought, and then finally they got convinced that, okay, fine, this is good. And I'll tell you, today that lady comes up and tells testimony saying that God has given me a son-in-law who is more than a gift for me. You know, that's exactly the person who said this guy is bad and this guy is not good and he doesn't belong to my culture, this, that and all that. You know, when you are God-centered, don't worry about your criticizers. God will convince them one day. Yeah, you be God-centered. You love each other, and so my relationship, my advice, or on this Valentine's Day is that have a beautiful Valentine's Day based on these parameters of a healthy relationship. Keep it at the mind level, keep it at the heart level, and don't get physical. You know that can, don't make that a part of love, you know, till you get married, you know. And if you can't really do that, separate, you know, separate. If you really want to have a good Valentine's Day, then you separate. Just cut all communications between you all, but just keep it in the heart level, you know, keep it in the mind level. That's my pain, Natasha, that I think whatever pain I'm feeling in my heart is not mine, it is God's. You know, it's not that I am worried about people here. I think it's God who's worried about people here, and God was just sharing it with me so that this could give me a passion, you know, to dedicate myself more to work among people like this. And I would say, parents, you know, show them grace and show them love. Law can never, you know, turn around your child. Grace can, love can, you know. And if only you can carry on a relationship in the right way, you know, at the right time, and the more you discover that the person is the right person, I'll tell you, you are very blessed. And I'm happy if you're like that, and God is also happy if you're like that, and make it God-centered. You know, when I talk about relationships, I'm not only talking about people who are planning to get married, I'm also talking about the married ones, you know. They also need to be God-centered, you know, God-centered. And I really wish that, you know, people found the right persons, so that every Valentine's Day can be a day of, you know, joying, you know, rejoicing. And, you know, it's beautiful. And, you know, this couple whom I told Natasha, you know, this guy was waiting to propose to her till Valentine's Day came, you know, because he wanted to remember it every year. And I'll tell you, every year, well, now they are married, they got kids, and every year Valentine's Day comes, you know, these guys get and rejoice that day. They pray and they thank God for each other, and they rejoice that day. But I've also seen Valentine's Day being a day of tears for a lot of people, you know, because that's the day they exchange promises. The guy can go to any extent promising a girl, and the girl goes to any extent promising a guy. You know, I know a relationship where the guy said, the boy, you marry any other guy, any other girl, I'll shoot that girl, I'll shoot you, and I'll shoot myself. But you know what happened? The girl broke and got married to some other guy.
Okay.
You know, so promises made are always human. Don't believe that too much, you're bound to fail. Yeah. So don't believe the boy to hold the relationship or the girl to hold the relationship. Believe God to keep the relationship together. And so that doesn't mean God is going to do everything.
Yeah.
We need to be God-centered so that at every decision we take in our relationships, we need to be very sure that we are on the track of the plan and purpose that God has for us, which is the best. I'm telling you, which is the best. The devil is not going to give you the bad to rob you the good. He's going to give you the good to rob the better. And he's going to give you the better to rob the best. And he's going to give you the best to rob the superb. But God doesn't have all these categories. No, he wants to straight away give you the superb. Yeah. So wait, lean on God, find a person who can really guide you, and take it the right way, and have a wonderful, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much, Sam. I'm sure we had a great time with you today, and I'm sure so many young people have learned to put God first in their relationship. Even before they choose, to get into a relationship, they will definitely seek God's will.
You're right.
And they will put Him first, because He is the maker. And He knows what is best for them. And He always wants the best for us.
You're right.
So Natasha. It is my sincere hope and prayer that Valentine's Day would be a day to cherish and to rejoice in every young person's life.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome, Natasha. You're welcome. God bless you.